It's Thursday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Real Talk.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind
and help my living.
It's Real Talk. It's the daily talk show, the daily variety show, Mark Pires Real Talk. I'm here with you today on Thursday, day 346 in a row. And before we get started, make sure you head to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell. We're live every day forever, just day 346 in a row. And we're on our way, guys. We're on our way towards our first year of Real Talk. I think we're something like 19 days away. Complete insanity, I know. Jeff, head over to YouTube, my friend. Jeff's over here on my Instagram. Again, as you guys know, I'm filming with Instagram my screen because you guys get the real show over here on Facebook, on YouTube, over on Twitch, over on Periscope, on D Live, Vaughn Live. Am I missing anything? You tell me, are you watching on a platform right now that I didn't mention? You can shoot me a note right now. The chat window is working. And we're going to get into some stuff tonight, guys. We've got some news stories for you. But first, I want to ask you a question. Would you list your home right now? 13 days from Christmas. Would you list your home right now? Because I would list 50 homes right now if I could. I'll tell you two reasons why. Number one, less inventory. Why? Most people say, oh, well, no one's buying right now. Let me take my home off the market. I don't want to be bothered during the holidays when I have guests over. When we're opening up presents, we don't want to get a phone call. Somebody wants to see the house, so let's take it off the market. So you got a group of people who decided to just vacate the market for this next 3 weeks. Now, let me tell you something that happens in the market. People only look at what's on the market when they're searching. They're not going to ask their agent, hey, you know what? I didn't see anything in that group of... There's still a lot of homes, guys. When I say less inventory, we're still talking about a healthy market of property. There's lots out there to choose from. But if you're not one of those homes, you can't be even considered. And I've joked with you before, we get lots of emails this time of year, and I don't send them. Lots of emails that say, we're taking a break for the holidays. Please don't contact my clients if you have any questions or if you'd like to see the home. Shoot me a note. I'll set it up for you. Of course you would. Look, most times when a client takes their home off the market, you don't know whether or not they're going to come back to you when you go back to the market. You're hopeful. You've done the work. You've been loyal. You expect some loyalty, but it doesn't always come along with the territory. I've had many a listing where I work so hard for that client. And at the end of the term, the holidays come, we're going to take a break. And then they think, oh, well, we just have to try something different. Like, no, if you just stayed on the market, it was done. Sometimes the least expected time of year to sell is the best time to sell. Phil! Phil is the man. Phil said, I am a loyal viewer. Phil, you rock. I appreciate your support, my friend. And Jeff over here on Insta, I appreciate you. Anybody else who's on, say hello. We're here to communicate. I've been broadcasting at you guys for the last 346 days, but this is about connecting. It's about conversations taking place. I'm going to have more guests in. I'm going to have music artists in. We're going to do duo stuff on the BeatSeats, multiple BeatSeats. How cool would that be if I flip over and you got two musicians sitting there? I'm just having guests in and we're jamming out in a song on two BeatSeats. I want to make that a weekly thing. I'm playing every day, but I want to bring an artist in once a week and we do a duo together. We do a song together. Maybe one week it's a percussionist and he could show me what's going on. Andrew Gale, my brother. It'd be good to see you tomorrow, my friend. Yeah, I haven't seen my friend Andrew in a while. I used to see him all the time when I was at my old firm, but you move to the new firm, you lock yourself in the back in your own private studio. And before you know it, you're like, oh wait, how much time has gone by? Oh, 346 days? Okay. Now, if you guys don't know, I've been dropping these clips lately Like on Facebook, I dropped one earlier today. Every day I've been taking a clip. I don't look at the clip. I just go back through my phone. I see one that's 26 seconds long because that's how long each story can be. Like sometimes I'll actually clip them out. So I'll do like a 52-second clip and I'll split it in half. But in general, I'm looking back, I'll find a 26 and I'll just post it. And today I happen to post one and then I'll go back afterwards and I'll watch it and I'll be like, oh wow, this was a good one. I'll post anything because everything I've ever put out there for you guys, you should be seeing more than once. You should see it again because if you didn't take anything from it the first time, you didn't see it. It's there for you. Oh, my man, Andrew, thank you, my friend. Oh, Phil, you make me laugh with this Crabs for Christmas. I got to work on that song. Who's going to pull up Crabs for Christmas for me and send it over? Phil sent me a link to it, and I just laughed. It was just hilarious. Oh, my goodness. But we are starting to do this communication more. I have the chat window here. Ask me questions. I usually joke that we all have a lot within us we don't know about. We have to find, and a lot of times the answers to things are within us. And unless someone asks a question, you're not gonna go within and find that answer or see what your soul has to say about it. And I think that this is what this show needs to be. And when I have had people ask me what my opinion is on things, it just like Real Talk, it comes out. So if you're struggling with something, if you're looking for an answer to something, if you're dealing with maybe like a hiccup in your business, you're trying to get over that hump. Should I continue tomorrow? Ask me these questions. Let's get into something here. Did something just kind of, I think I saw just a twitch on my screen there. I don't know what the heck that was. Anyway, I'm here to connect with you. I have offered something on my website, and a few people have taken advantage of it. And I recommend everybody takes advantage of this. It's a 15-minute conversation with me about any topic of your choice, anything. And in fact, I'll tell you this: even if you want to talk about politics or religion on a phone call with me for 15 minutes, just book it. Go onto the website and book it. And I'm happy to do that. I will not talk about religion and I will not talk about politics on this program itself. I think they're both terrible subjects because, I guess probably because they're all so wrong. I don't know. Everything should be more basic. I feel like we have completely complicated everything that we know of today. It's not the way it is. Oh, well, you got to go through this thing to get to that thing. And if you don't believe in this thing, you don't get to that thing. And you're not welcomed if you don't believe in this guy or that girl or whatever. Really? You think that's what it is? It's not how you treat people? It's not by making people feel unbelievable? It's not by going out of your way to help? It's not by going out of your way to just give everybody that feeling you hope to get back? Or is that everything it's all about? I think that's 100% what it's about. It's not about what was written in a book 2,000 years ago or 5,000 years ago. It's about what you do today, how you treat people on a daily basis, how you spend your seconds. This is what matters. Nothing else matters. This is what I realize every day I go live. Nothing matters but this moment right now, the one we're in. We are in a moment right now. Mike said you could talk about resilience. Yes, I guess I could. I just have this theory. I have this burning within me that says if I don't stop, I may inspire someone to think that they could do something that they didn't think was possible. Because if I look back, I don't think I could ever see myself going live every single day. Like if I was a 25-year-old looking forward, singer-songwriter on the road, writing songs, and someone came up to me and said, hey buddy, guess what? I got a little prophecy for you. When you're 40, you're going to start this thing and it's going to be a live show. Every day you're going to go on the air without a script. You're going to go on and do 45 minutes to an hour and a half every day for the rest of your life when you turn 40. I'd be like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. What do I talk about? You just connect, my friend. You just connect. And by the way, you should have been doing it when you were 25. You shouldn't wait 15 years. Get on the bus now. Start evolving. You know, when I come out here every day, I'm learning more about myself. I'm getting more comfortable with the spirit that I am. And there's a reason I'm here. It's this. There's a reason I come back to this microphone on a daily basis. It's for you. So tell me what you need. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Right, Mike? So listen, I got some news for you. Definitely on super late today. I had a pretty crazy day. And, 13 days from Christmas. I'm not slowing down. I had a broker open house today. And like I said, it's a new listing coming on the market. And I have people being like, oh, yeah, we're taking a break for the holidays. I'm like, what? Anybody else wants to list their house right now, this is the time. Let's put it on. I'll come over tomorrow and shoot it. I'll get the drone out. It's going to be nice over the next couple of days. Let me shoot that property. Let's get it on the market because right now there are active buyers. I have to say this is probably one of the busiest holiday seasons I've seen in my 11 years in real estate. There is so much going on. I got 2 offers on one property in the last week. I got an offer on another one that's been sitting there for a while. It's amazing. So it's either something's going on, there's something in the water, or the buyers are finally starting to see value. I mean, I always say, here's the thing I wanted to explain to you guys. You can't look at what's on the market and compare yourself to that. And when you're on the market, for example, say you're on the market for $1 million, okay? Did that happen again? It did. Did you guys see that? I don't know what that was. You're on the market for $1 million. You get an offer for $900,000. Let's say that's the number. You can't compare the other houses that are on the market for $900,000 and say, oh, well, look, what you get for $900,000 is nothing like this house. My house isn't worth 900 because those houses aren't worth, they're not the same value. Yeah, but you're not realizing all those houses that are listed at 9 right now just aren't motivated enough to realize what the market is telling them, which is that they should be at $750,000. And the first guy in that group that does that and he reduces his price to market is going to sell. And then the rest are going to start to follow suit. But the problem with that is the only ones who benefit from doing that are the first 1 or 2. When everybody starts to follow, they're too late. It's like everything else in life. Everyone jumps on the bandwagon, and then before you know it, they're like, oh, that's not the thing anymore? Now let's move on to the next thing. When you're in a world where most of the people have to take cues from everybody else, ooh, what do I do next? I saw a funny quote. Cassandra, I don't know if she's on Insta at all, but Lady Bane. No, it wasn't Lady Bane. It was, it was my friend Melanie. And she had this funny thing. She goes, FYI, no one's got it figured out. I just thought that was funny. We all wake up on a daily basis and we have a schedule. We don't know what's going to happen at every meeting. We don't know what's going to happen in any of our interactions. We're hopeful. We're hopeful that everything's going to go positively, but we don't know who we're going to deal with. What attitude is coming at us? What personality is on the other side of that phone call? You just don't know any of it. You wake up every day and you just have to hope for the best. Now, if you're an optimist like me, you wake up every day and you say, I'm going to do something amazing today because I only get one today. There's only one. And if you start thinking that way, if you start believing that this moment is all that matters, and if I start thinking too much about this past of mine, I'm going to lose all of this moment. I'm going to forget about everything that really matters, which is the breath coming out of my mouth now, not the memory of my breath from 6 weeks ago and the words that came out of my mouth a month ago. They're great to review, but if I start focusing too much on the past, I miss my moment. Same thing with the future. You don't want to think too much about what you could do with tomorrow. You'll miss today. And you don't even know if you get it tomorrow. Mike, I don't know if you're still on. I saw your post the other day, and my heart went out to you, my friend, on your birthday. And I'm sorry about just it's the worst thing in the world when you lose people. And to read that story about your parents was very tough. And you know what? I haven't had a chance to meet you yet, my friend. But I would say everything I could see from the outside is like you are just a giver. You're there same thing. You're trying to affect positive change. And I value seeing you pop on and say stuff and to, just be tuning in. I really appreciate you. And, I just feel like a lot of our messages go in one ear and out the other. No one's paying attention. No one sees how much emotion is in each of these moments, these clips that we're leaving. And Mike's little post there, when I'm reading it, I'm like, wow, that hit me hard. I think it's because I care, but I feel like nobody else really does. Nobody else really wants to put themselves out there. That's why I was really kind of like, good for you, Mike. Good for you for coming out and telling people how you feel. This is when you feel at your best, is when you let it all out. When you start holding things in is when you start to get sick. One of my good friends said that once. Disease is dis-ease. Your body is in dis-ease. You're not doing something correctly. By the way, check this out. You see this? They call me Scarface, man, okay? Last night, I make a BeatSeat, man, okay? I build this BeatSeat. It's beautiful, man. It's like a beautiful flower, okay? It's like a pelican, okay? I like, hey, BeatSeat, what you doing, man? He like, hey, you tell me one time, okay? And I bend down, and I bang my head right on a piece of wood in the shop, man. And now I have a Scarface right here. Do you see? Right there. I come close, you see. Okay? That's not good, man. I don't know if you get a scar, but I leave it. Because when I walk down the streets, they say, hey, man, that guy got a scar on his face. He crazy. And like, you give him the eye, you know? You go like this. You do that, man. What am I talking about? This is Real Talk, the variety show. We go anywhere and everywhere with this program. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know if Christopher Walken or Al Pacino is going to show up. I just actually popped on the show from yesterday, and there was a short clip with Al Pacino, Scarface, and I was like, geez, that sounded really good. Like, Scarface is one of my favorite, I just have to say. He was so much fun to do. I have a clip on my YouTube page. If you scroll back, Phil, it's kind of funny. And about 10 years ago, I shot a couple of like parodies. I was really into this Harry Carey that Will Ferrell did. And I used to do my own Harry Carey interviewing people. And it was like Harry Carey interviewing Scarface, Harry Carey interviewing Christopher Walken. So it's totally goofy. And there are some swears in there, so I apologize up front. But I was a 29-year-old kid, 30-year-old kid. I was just like, whatever. I'm going to try things. I'm getting this crazy thing again. You guys saw that. Something happened on the screen there. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to have to figure that out. But it's something we're dealing with today, I guess. I don't know why we're getting glitches. Anyway, shall we get into the news? What do you say? Let's put this, I got my theme music for the news here. Oh, yeah. This, guys, I am so pumped about this. I don't know about you. But I'm a Yankee fan, okay? And when I heard that Garrett Cole was on the trading block, I was hopeful. I said, you know what? The Yankees always get like these pitchers who were great 15 years ago. Like, oh, we got Roger Clemens. I'm like, yeah, he's 47. Like, what's he going to do? He still threw 95 when he was 42 or whatever it was. But they always get these guys after their prime. And they're like, oh, we got Nolan Ryan. I'm like, he's 74 years old. Like, what do you do with a 74-year-old Nolan Ryan? So anyway, I was pumped to see this. They signed Garrett Cole, the 100-mile-an-hour animal from the Astros that we couldn't hit. The New York Yankees are back. Back to free agent access, that is. Back to blowing away the rest of the market for free agents. Back to being the head of baseball's tycoon class. And pay attention, because this is now the most pressing part. back to skyscraper-sized expectations, agreeing to a reported 9-year, $324 million contract with top free agent Garrett Cole. $324 million over 9 years. Someone said something sick, like that's $8,200 per pitch. Like, that's insane. Like, hey, I just threw a pitch. Write me a check for $8,200. Woof. Insanity, but we got him. Now, what's crazy about this, I don't know if you guys realize this, but the Yankees actually drafted Garrett Cole out of high school, and he decided to go to UCLA. And, you know, then the Pirates took him first in the draft when he did go. And then they dealt him to the Astros because the Yankees didn't really give a fair offer last time he was on the trading block. And now they have to pay $324 for him because he was an animal for the last 2 seasons. But we got him. Hey, look, it's not our money. It's the Yankees' money. And we now have Garrett Cole. So good for us. Good for the Yankees. And I'm just kind of pumped about that. So I want to talk to you guys about the next big threat. Now, this is something that really scares me, especially in real estate. Sorry. Let's see what we got here. So, the $20 trillion threat that could trigger the next financial meltdown. Let's see what we got here. The damage hits the global economy in multiple ways. The first is the most obvious. Physical damage from more powerful natural disasters is on the rise. And this is something I couldn't tell basically my last 2 years, but 2017 and 2018 were the costliest back-to-back years for economic losses related to natural disasters. I didn't realize that. But the danger grows worse when the physical damage starts to reprice portions of entire asset classes. So basically what they're saying is the sea levels are to rise 6 feet by 2100. They say $900 billion in U.S. home value would be literally and in turn financially underwater. So basically we're going to lose $900 billion worth of coastline property. That's insane. I feel like that's a low estimate, $900 billion. If you think about the amount of waterfront value there is, because anything waterfront's considered like price. You're paying up. 6 feet. I used to joke with my wife because we live on this street, Galloping Hill. I'm like, you know, it's like this, right? And we're up at the top, and I'm always like, look, one day when the sea levels rise, we'll be waterfront. Our children's children will be waterfront. And I just chuckle. But really, seriously, by the year 2100, if the sea levels rise 6 feet, we are in trouble, guys. And I feel like the damage it's too far gone. It's like we can't reverse what we've done. What we could try to do is mitigate by stopping and hope that the earth will cleanse itself and correct itself. But what I'm seeing is like a day after tomorrow situation. Do you guys see this happening? Day after tomorrow scenario? I'm not looking forward to that. All right, so what do we got next? Ooh, this one's kind of cool, guys. NASA finds water ice just below the surface on Mars. To explore the solar system beyond our planet, one important factor is the ability to locate water, which can be used for drinking and for creating rocket fuel. To assist in the hunt for water on neighboring Mars, NASA has released a treasure map of potential ice locations on the red planet. Researchers created the map of Martian surface, which shows where water ice, so-called, because other chemical compounds can freeze. Water is believed to be located in these locations. In some places, the ice is as little as 2.5 centimeters below the surface, making it easily accessible to future visitors. Cool colors represent ice color in the surface. I wonder if I could show you guys that. Let's see. I'm going to try to interact with the screen here. Yeah, there we go. So basically, the purple there is ice on Mars. Now, it only took us 40-something years to tell the public what we already knew. Now, I've heard some theory that we started on Mars, we came here when Mars was, whatever it is. All I know is that we're finding out more and more every day, and I love that. So NASA finds water on Mars. This one is a really, really weird story, guys. Millennials are spending more on almost every vice. Workers on the lower end of the income spectrum, earning less than $30,000 a year, spend a greater portion of their earnings on financial vices like alcohol, tobacco, gambling, and lottery tickets. And millennials, 23 to 38, spend more money annually on alcoholic beverages than Gen Xers and baby boomers. Only the so-called silent generation spends more on alcohol, $7,982 a year. Millennials also spend more on their annual income on smoking and playing lottery than the Gen Xers and baby boomers, according to Bankrate. Millennials are spending more on almost every vice. In general, it makes sense. Millennials are younger and they have more time to go out. They're all about experiences, trying to enjoy their lives. And they have the ability to spend extra time in their lives with friends, says Dixon. Should we do Dixon as a voice? As Dixon gets older, they have more responsibilities. I gotta do I don't know who I do there. More children to take care of, and spending on financial vices can also be broken down by gender. Men gamble twice as much as women, spending an average of $2,642 annually as compared to $1,399 by women. So basically, this is just breaking down how younger people are spending a lot more money on, frivolous items. Lottery tickets. Now, I got another one of those glitches going on. Hey, Gus, what's going on, buddy? And CT, Christine, how are you? Thank you for joining the program. This is day 346 in a row of the Mark Pires Real Talk show. Please head over to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell over there. That is where it looks and sounds best. I've got you guys, I'm filming this screen. Look, that's my hand in front of my camera. And see, well, you can't tell, but I have to look at the screen to see you, and the audio is not correct. So please head over to YouTube and subscribe. And basically, we're just talking about how the amount of money being spent by the younger generation, then I guess it's more of a conservative / liberal mentality, like they said. Younger people want to spend money. They want to go out and party. But I just thought that was an interesting story I wanted to share with you guys. So let's move on. That was the final story, I think. But just remember, you can head over and download the Real Talk podcast. It is available on every single network free of charge. I'm about to drop a 40th episode of the podcast this evening, and it's going to be a good one, guys. Wait, I got to shut that off. It's going to be a very good episode. It was actually, I think, day 337, and on Tuesday, I think, was day 337. But we got lots planned going forward. And I'm going to play you guys a quick song, and then what we'll do is probably call it a day. It's already a little after 7. I did come on very late today. I appreciate you guys. And tomorrow, as you know, it is Friday, so I'll be live with you from the studio, then live again tomorrow evening on the BeatSeat for a full show, and I'll work on some Christmas songs for you for tomorrow night. I haven't really had a chance to do any of that, so let me just roll with what we have here. I'm going to just play something, see how it goes. You guys okay with that? I hope you're okay with that, because I'm about to rock something out for you. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what I could play. But we're going to do it. It's Real Talk. All righty then. You know what? I'd like to turn the speaker my way so I can hear it a little bit. All right, there we go. Yeah.
bet you wonder when, how I knew about your plans to leave me blue with some other guy that you knew before. Between the two of us, no, I love you more. Took me by surprise, I must say. When I found out yesterday, ooh, I heard through the grapevine, not much longer would you be mine. I heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just about to lose my mind. Just about to lose my mind. Heard it through the grapevine, grapevine. You know a man ain't supposed to cry, but these tears I can't hold inside. Losing you in my life, you see, because you mean that much to me. Hit me by surprise, I must say. Oh, when I found out yesterday, oh, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be my Well, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be my baby. I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine. I'm just about to lose my mind. I'm just about to lose my mind. Just about to lose my mind. I heard it through the grapevine.
How was that? How was that? You guys like that? Heard it through the grapevine? I heard it. I heard it. I know what you've been saying. And guess what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Say whatever you want. Feel how you feel. Express it. You don't like something? Go ahead. You don't have to like it. But just don't go around talking. Just go out and express yourself. Go do it. Go be. I heard it through the grapevine. That's a killer tune. Who originally sung? I heard. Who's that? Who's the original song? I heard it through the grapevine. Was that like Three Dog Night or something? Who did that originally? I don't know, but I just love that tune. I've always loved playing that song, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I think that's basically it for tonight, guys. We've been doing an hour and a half every day that I'm kind of getting used to it, but, you know, look, some days are going to be 35. I'm just telling you. Some days we're going to be 35. We're not going to be an hour. And I've got a lot that I need to still take care of. I've got to get this listing on the market, and also get ready for this weekend's open house. That's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, the importance of getting out there and showing your properties off, keeping them open, have an open house. Whether you can do it or you have a colleague do it, you got to get them open because there are people out there looking right now. So make sure you do that. And I think that's probably it, guys. Tomorrow I'll be back, as per usual, for 347. Let me get us up over here. Thank you, Joanne. Joanne, you rock. Joanne's on right now, and look, all I'm saying is this. Shoot me some notes. Let's get into a conversation here. And just remember, you could send me a note after hours, and I'll bring it up the next day on the show. And if you'd like to book that 15 minutes of Real Talk time, just go to the website, markpiresrealtalk.com, and just get over to the Book Real Talk section, and you can book me for 15 minutes free to talk about any subject, anything you're dealing with. Maybe you're not even dealing with something. You just want to get an energy session started. You just want to, look, I just want Mark to get me pumped up before this meeting I'm about to go into. You know, that's something that I think you have to realize I'm here for you on that side of things. And also something I've been seeing, you guys see this whole cameo thing? It's kind of a cool thing. Now, personally, I would do that. Absolutely. So same thing. If anybody here wants me to create a personal video message for anybody of your choosing, to motivate them, inspire them, to just give them some real talk, that's something that I'm going to start incorporating too on the website. So it'll be like a Real Talk cameo type of thing. And all you got to do is just book it, and I'll take care of it. And you have an idea what you're going to get. It's this. You get some passion, and just get the truth every second of your life. You just need just to feel the truth, guys. So anyway, listen, I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow for the next Real Talk. That's right. Shoot me some topics, too. What do you want me to talk about on this show? Because if you don't say anything, it's just going to go like it goes, unscripted, and we roll. It's Mark Pires. And it's Real Talk. See you tomorrow.